following more breaking news involving a stranded cruise ship off the coast of Norway. You can see the ship in the distance in this video. Helicopters are now hovering above, airlifting passengers one by one in the rain and 39-degree temperatures. Multiple boats are also taking part in the efforts to evacuate some 1,300 passengers and crew members. So this will take some time. Norwegian Emergency Services says the crew sent a Mayday distress signal reporting engine problems and bad weather. There were reports of high winds in the area when the ship's engines experienced problems. The Viking Sky is owned by Viking Ocean Cruises and just took its first trip in 2017. And joining us now by phone is Borghild Alderén with the Joint Rescue Center for Southern Norway. Thanks for being with us. What can you tell us about the ongoing evacuation? What is the process?
We are leading the evacuation process, and 115 of the passengers have been lifted off the ship. But it takes some time because we're using helicopters because of the rough weather.
Okay, so you're using helicopters because of the rough weather. You said rough weather. Describe for me the conditions that are making the evacuations challenging.
The waves are around 6 to 8 meters high, and there's close to storm. But the ship is laying steady, so we can lift them off with the helicopters, and we will do that through the whole night.
Through the whole night?
Into Sunday.
How long do you anticipate the entire process then to take?
Well, parallel with lifting off and evacuating people, we are trying hard to get the engines to work again, so the ship can go by its own machine to a safe harbor. So it's two operations in parallel. So right now, we hope, we can't say how long it will take.
But we do know, and correct me if I'm wrong, there were 1,300 individuals on board this ship when it started to suffer and the Mayday call went out. You say 115 people have been evacuated so far. So that means there are a lot of people still on board. How are the people doing who are still on board?
We have no information on that, but as far as we know, it's good and they are in good conditions. And we only have 8 people with light injuries, and they have been brought ashore. So as far as we know, it's okay.
You said light injuries. What does that mean?
Yeah, maybe a broken bone or something like that, but nothing seriously.
Okay, so not life-threatening injuries. We're seeing some...
No, not at all.
Okay, we're seeing some of the video, and you talked about the wind and the waves and those, very cold temperatures. We also reported that it was raining. How often are you having to make a rescue like this? I can't imagine it's very common, which makes this a pretty extraordinary circumstance, right?
Yes, it is. Of course it is. There's so many people and so close to shore and in such bad weather. So it's a special situation for all of us.
Well, we wish you luck. We know you have a lot of work to do. I don't want to keep you longer. Thank you so much, Borghild Alderén, for joining us again with the Joint Rescue Center for Southern Norway. We'll stay on top of that story and be right back.